Hey guys. I'm so excited to finally be live. I hope you guys can hear me well. I'm using my Mac that my husband got me for Christmas, so this is my first time trying it for a live, so you'll have to let me know for volume and things like that how we're doing. So, let me know. I'm also in a different setting than usual. This is my bedroom. Figured it'd be fun to just switch things up a little bit and try, going to different places and that kind of thing. So you guys can let me know about that as well. Yay! I see there's 3 of you. Yay! Hello. Make yourselves known. Hi, Penny. Getting a great feedback from that video with your truffles. Oh, good. Good. I ended up having to put like a small ring light over here because it was like dark and grainy and weird. Stephanie, hello! Yay, yay, yay! Oh, this is gonna be such a good day. I can already tell. I have missed getting to be on here and chat with you guys, but I'm just excited to see you guys. I hope you guys are doing good today. I actually didn't go to Bible study this morning, which is a bummer because I missed it last week. Was the first week back since like December 14th, and I had a migraine. Thank you, Penny. Me too. Thank you for helping me with that. I think my husband helps too, having him in the videos. People want to see somebody other than just my face. Um, But yeah, I then today I was like, my oldest son tested last week positive for the dreaded. Only it's not really that dreaded, but I mean, no, it is for some people. I'm not meaning that, but our experience in our family, I think all of us have had it. Well, we've all had it once, but I think some of us have had it twice. My oldest son has had it twice now. But the biggest pain in the butt is the missing work and stuff because it's like, ugh, like even when you feel fine, but you can't go. But so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go out and sit at a table intimately with people when I know that just happened. And also because this Sunday is supposed to be us going the Christmas gift my sister Dana got my mom, my sister Delynn, and my niece and I for Christmas to go see Hairspray the musical is supposed to be on Sunday, and you have to have a negative test to be able to go. So the tricky part about that is it has to be within 72 hours. Hey, Katie, look who's calling. Who gorgeous. I hope you're having a good day today. Oh, you guys, I'm so stupidly giddy to be on here. Um, but yeah, so you have to have the negative test. It has to be within 72 hours. Well, I was going to schedule a test for Thursday morning, but then all the places like they don't have rapid, and they say 2 to 7 days, and I'm like, well, I can't risk not getting it back in time. And then there's like 2 clinics half an hour from me that have walk-ins for rapid, but you sit for like 2 or 3 hours in your car waiting. That's just what I'm gonna have to do on Thursday because I don't really have a choice because I want to be able to go to the musical. So they're making it pretty difficult for people, but hi, Myrna. Oh, yay, yay, yay. Okay, so things are working. So was it your son-in-law? Is that who you said? Got you all hooked up here? Oh, hi, Hunter. Cutie. I mean, handsome. He's handsome. Yeah, it is a total pain. And that's what my sister's like. I feel so bad. Like, I wasn't thinking when I bought these tickets that it was going to be such a hassle for everybody. But it's not her fault. It's just the way the world is right now. And I can't wait for it to be done with. But so it's worth it to be able to go spend that day and do it. And I'm excited to do it. So that's another reason I didn't want to go to Bible study today and just sit in groups of people, because any other time, I don't care if I get it again. I actually think I might have had it again right before Thanksgiving. I'm not sure, but um, I just don't want to have it right now where it keeps me from being able to go to that musical. Otherwise, whatever, I'm fine with it. Aw. He has such an awesome smile. Katie's son Hunter, he's adorable. I mean, handsome. Is he 4, Katie? Hi, pretty Penny. Of course, sitting here, I swear this happens every time, and other people say it too, like when they film stuff. My nose starts to drip when I sit to record. I have no idea what it is. Actually, it is a little bit cold in here. I should open up my we like to keep our room cold because I can't stand being hot at night. Like, my husband puts off so much heat that sometimes, like, if he touches my leg in the night, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, get it off of me." Like, he's, like, on fire. I don't know what his problem is. But I hate being hot at night, so we always have our fan on, which I shut off because it's so annoying when you can see, like, the light flickering. Um, okay, just turned 4. I thought so. Oh, yeah. We're already on round 2 in our family since last Christmas, but I mean, I've had colds that were worse, so I do recognize it is bad for some people, I'm not saying that, but our experience has been, like, more just an annoyance and having to miss work and school and stuff, but, um, isn't it so funny? I know, I don't get it, but my husband's always freezing cold, and I'm like, "I don't know how you can be," because well, no, I do know. All of his heat, like, escapes his body, and I don't know because it makes me so hot, and then, my mother-in-law says my father-in-law is the same way. He will go to bed literally with, like, layers of stuff on, like his robe. He even will put his winter coat on, like, over his pajamas, like, he's, like, freezing all the time, but she said he makes her so hot. I'm like, "They don't their bodies don't maintain their temperature, they, like, give it out to everybody else or something." Actually, I'm gonna lean over and open this vent. Ugh, okay, that'll be better. Because I think that's why my nose is feeling like it not drippy, it feels cold on the end, which then sometimes makes you feel like it's drippy. I'm excited that this, like, seems to do well with the, I was saying this is my new, MacBook Air that my husband got me for Christmas that I'm doing this live on, so it's my first time trying it, and I wasn't sure what the quality was gonna be like and lighting and that kinda stuff, so I did end up with a little tiny ring light over here just to give some light. I think too with having the natural light behind it. What you guys can't see, and I'm not gonna show you, is the pile of, like, my husband's clothes next to the bed over here. The magic of the internet and being able to position cameras where you want them. Oh, it makes me real moody when I'm too hot. Oh, yuck. Isn't it so weird? I don't know. And honestly, most of the time I am cold. Like I am a cold, I always have been. And like people are always like, "Oh my gosh, your hands are freezing." Like if I touch or shake someone's hand or something. But like I'm not like I get overheated easily though. Like, does that make sense? I'm cold most of the time, but I can get overheated really easy. And when I do, I'm like, I would much rather be cold than hot. I'll just say that, I guess. What is up with our men? I don't know. They need to learn how to hold their own heat. I mean, I appreciate it right when I first get in bed at night because usually my husband goes to bed before me. I'm a night owl, and since he has to get up early, he goes to bed with. Which last night I had to yell at him because he likes to be out there in the living room because I'm out there, and I'm like, okay, but you're falling asleep on the couch. Like, just go where you're comfortable. It's okay. Like, I'm not going to be upset that you're not out here. And he's like, yeah, but I like being out where you are. So I told him once last night, like, just get up and go to bed. I wasn't mean like that. I don't think I was, I mean, no, but, and so he's like, "Yeah, okay." Well, the next thing I know, I can hear him snoring, and I look over at him. He had his neck, like, cranked over to the side. Well, that would, like, destroy me for an entire day. So I'm like I'm like, "Hey, Brian, wake up." And I'm like, "Your neck is all, like, twisted weird." And he's like, "Oh, yeah." I'm like, "Would you please just go get in bed?" And so finally he went and got in bed, but I'm like, "Sheesh." But so usually when I come in, the bed is nice and cozy warm because I'm cold, but as I'm getting in, he's warm. But then partway through the night, I'm like, it's too hot. Oh my goodness. Yes, those truffles were amazing. The turtle ones, especially for me, were like so divine. Yeah, I can't sleep when it's hot either. I would much rather be cold and have to like snuggle up than be hot and can't get away from it. She does not sell them and ship them. She thought about that, right, Penny? But there's, like, all sorts of things that you have to go through to be able to do that, and I'm sure it is difficult, especially, like, right now, not as hard because if they're cold, I don't think that matters, but in the summer when things are melty, that would be really bad. Yeah, shipping is definitely unreliable. Well, like, she put them in these, like, cupcake wrappers, like, the different flavors, all in there nicely in this plastic bowl thing, but, like, the way they ship things and tumble things around, they were all, like, mixed around, which was fine, it didn't damage anything, it's just they weren't, like, nicely still individual, sectioned like she had them. Aw, Myrna, you're so sweet. She as you know, if you've been around here, Myrna's, like, always on here for my lives and everything, and commenting on my, videos and stuff, and she got where a few of the people that she watches all the time, she couldn't go onto their videos and watch them. She sent me a message on Instagram, was it yesterday or the day no, 2 days ago, saying, like, "I can't watch your videos and it's driving me crazy." So, she got some help last night so that she could be on here today. Because I was like, "Oh, no." Like, "I want you here." Yeah, they were incredible though, those truffles. Woo. And like I said, those Russian tea cakes, I was not lying. Those are usually something that I am like, "Why does anyone wanna eat those?" But those ones were so good. The ratio there were way more nuts in them than what I am used to having, so I that was really good because it gave more, like, substance to the cookie, I guess, and without having the ridiculous amounts of powdered sugar on it. Because I hate when, like, you're trying to eat something and it's, like, falling all over you, and powdered sugar, a lot of it like, I hate powdered donuts and stuff like I don't hate them. Like, the taste isn't bad, but it's just, like, a pain to me to eat them, so it would never be, like, my choice, but those cookies were very good, and with a cup of coffee, delicious. In fact and with tea, obviously, tea and coffee with cookies, it's usually a pretty good thing. Um, I am going to be I'll probably record it actually right after this, my 2021 favorites. I know it's coming a little late in the month, but it doesn't matter. There's still things, but it's everything from, like, food to makeup to TV shows, whatever. So I wanna, like, share some fun stuff because I like when people do those videos and kinda it also gives you more of an idea about people and their personalities when you see, like, the types of shows they like to watch and foods they like to eat and that kind of stuff. So I'm all about, like, I don't know, just getting to know people more like that. I feel like it just yeah, I feel like I know people better if I know more about the things that they like. Oh my goodness. Yeah, a pain and expensive. I agree, Penny. They were delicious. I have not seen that show, Katie. I have not. I don't even know if I've heard of I don't know. Is it part of, like, the Yellowstone? Is that the one like, it's going, like, back before it or something like that? Which I have not watched Yellowstone either, but I've heard really good things about it. My oldest son and his girlfriend watch it. Yeah, I'm like and it's funny because I don't watch a lot of TV, which is part of something I'll be talking about in that video, but oh, Tim McGraw. Do you know that I saw him in person in Tennessee a couple years ago? Yes, yes, I did. That was pretty cool. And my husband was oblivious. I'm like, do you not realize who we just were with?" He's like, "What?" It's funny. He is like my husband is like the king of being oblivious to stuff. I'm always like, "How did you not see?" Or there'll be like this like beautiful girl, right? And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Did you see her?" And he's like, "Who?" Like, and he's dead serious. He's not like doing it like he's doesn't want to offend me, like because he thinks someone's beautiful. Um, like if you're beautiful, you're beautiful, or it's just whatever. And but he is totally just like does not see anything. He's like a one trick mind. I am serious. We were in Franklin, Tennessee 2 years ago. Two, three. Gosh, I think it's been three now because of the yeah, it has. And it was like it was our second time. We went into the town of Franklin like three times while we were there that week. But I'll tell you how close I was. So we were walking down the street. We decided to get Starbucks. And so we're walking toward the Starbucks, and there were little tables outside of the Starbucks. And as we're walking up, this guy was sitting at a table looking, and he smiled at me and gave like a nod. And I looked at him and smiled, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's Tim McGraw." And we go to walk in, and my husband walked in ahead of me, and saw coming toward me, I held the door open for Faith Hill and one of their daughters. It was really cool. And so then I'm like, "Did you just realize we just walked by Tim McGraw?" He like smiled and nodded at me, and then I just held the door open for Faith Hill and her daughter, and he's like, "What? Where?" That was pretty cool. Hottest man on the planet. And he had actually a baseball cap on because my aunt was like, "Was he wearing a cowboy hat?" I'm like, "No." He had a baseball hat on and sunglasses, and Faith had no makeup on or anything. She is stunningly beautiful. Like, yeah. I like Sam Elliott too, actually, Myrna, now that you say that. Now I can picture seeing trailer things for the show. Huh. It's so funny, Katie. Well, it was funny because we had read a lot of things ahead of time because a lot of, especially like country singers and stuff, live in Franklin, Tennessee. And actually, there's quite a few Christian singers that we really like that live around there too. So we're like, wouldn't it be so cool if you actually saw somebody, but like not really expecting to. But, you know, a lot of things we're saying too, like the people, the locals obviously know they're used to seeing these people and whatever. But about, like, being conscious of, like, these people are out in their everyday life, like, so not to, like, bombard them and be like, "Oh, can I get a picture with you?" or whatever, which I totally get. Like, let them be out and go to Starbucks without people having to try to take a picture with them or something. Not saying that they wouldn't, but, just whatever. And so, we knew there was, like, a possibility of seeing famous people there. It's a very big area where a lot of famous people live. And so, we kind of thought it would be cool if he did, but didn't really expect to. So that was really awesome to be like right there like that. So, hi, Patricia. Okay. Are you new to my live? I need to start doing what my cousin Debbie does and write down because, especially now, it's been like several weeks since I did a live. Usually, though, if I'm doing them weekly, like I'm planned to be doing again now, 2 o'clock on Tuesdays. Um, My hair keeps doing, like, this weird separation right here, it's driving me nuts. The beauty of thin hair. Um, and then I will, like, remember, whatever, but they are normal people too. Exactly right, Sue. And, like, yeah, would you want to, like, okay, we're gonna run with our daughter to and I'm not gonna wear makeup and go up to Starbucks. Do you want people bombarding you? You know what I mean? Like, no, you don't. Oh, no, I haven't seen that video, Myrna. I'll have to check that out. Hey, Auntie Barbara Jean. How are you today? Ah, so many. You guys, you just make my day. I know I say that every time I do this, but I just get so excited seeing all of you. I have to show you guys something really cute that I got. Oh no, Penny. Okay, I'll wait till Penny comes back to show the cute thing. And don't forget, if you haven't seen it yet, I've got these sitting right here, so it made me think of it. Um, that I have a giveaway going on right now for the Magic Mini by Juvia's, one of the blushes from Juvia's, and the Heroin Loose Highlighter from Juvia's. And then I'm going to be putting other stuff with it too. But that's on the video with Meet My Best Friend. So look for that if you haven't yet and would like to enter. I would love that. Or even if you don't want to enter the giveaway, if you can just go on there and give like a question or several questions, whatever, for my best friend and I to do a Q&A. Her name's Anne. I keep saying my best friend. For Anne and I to do a Q&A video. So that would be fun. Heather! It's my girl, Heather. How's River doing today? Kitchen smells handsome. Oh, Penny. I know what you're doing. I know what you're up to. Yay. That sounded really weird. Like she's up to something really weird. She's not. She's making sense, like out of oils. It's so funny. Sometimes I say things, I'm like, Danielle, like, think before you say stuff. The way things sound. What a weirdo. Oh, yes, Myrna, you will definitely have to check it out because my Anne is on there and there's a giveaway. And I mentioned that the 8th, January 8th, was my 4-year YouTube anniversary. Mandy, how are you? Oh my goodness, girl. I have not seen you in forever. Oh, how are you? You guys? There's so many awesome people. Oh, no, Heather. Oh, no. That's no good. Do you think maybe we should just eat something weird or not eat something weird, but, like, something upset her stomach? Or I don't think you're feeding your kid weird stuff. Aw, I hate when kids are sick. Hello, Grace. Oh, watching me from work, Mandy. Love it. Yay. Aw. You guys definitely check out, and I will go back through after too. If there's any of you who have channels that I'm not already subscribed to, I will go through and subscribe to you. But you guys definitely check out other people that come into the chat and stuff because I love to be able to support each other. We have like the best group of people right here. The best group. I don't care what any other creator says about, "Oh, I have the best subscribers." No, they don't. I do. uh, oh, I hope she feels better. Myrna, that's so funny. He fixed your computer up so you can watch your friends, so he's your favorite for a while, huh? Oh, well, I'm so glad you're able to be here today. Yes, and like I said, I haven't been live for the last several weeks, so I'm so excited to finally be back. Feels like it's been forever. And oh my goodness, thank you so much, Mandy. Um computer speakers are whack. Um I am planning to still be every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. So that is my thing. Hey, Faye. Oh. Oh, that's good that you can do that, Heather. Oh, yeah. I just want her to feel better. That's awful. Give her lots of loving. Not that you don't already, but yes, Sue has a channel full of fascinating invisible content. So, her, subscriber number keeps counting for her invisible content. Her channel might end up growing faster than mine. That's I'm like, it made me realize, like, in 4 years, my channel has grown fairly slow, but I never expected to, like, make a job out of this or, like, make money from it, so that's not really a big ordeal to me. Now, would it be amazing if for some reason people decided they loved watching me so much that my channel just grew and I got paid to be on here and just talk to you guys? Yeah, that'd be awesome. But I'm not gonna hold my breath because I'd be dead real quick. Penny and Sue, yes, do a collab. That would be fantastic. Aw. Oh, goodness. Me on the TV. My sister, I wanted to kick her butt. So my sister, who's 2 years younger than me, her name is Dana. She is a teacher and she teaches English and dance. And so when she teaches dance in the auditorium at the school, there's a huge screen. And she sent me a picture that she had my YouTube videos playing on the screen in the dance class while they were doing. I'm like, Dana, like, why would you do that? Like, kick her butt. Aw, she doesn't want any snuggles just to sit by herself. That's so cute. Aw. Then you know she's not feeling good. Sometimes it's just like, okay, I just need my space, right? Aw. Thank you, Penny. Always looking out. Penny is she's my girl. She got that wrench and she kicks people out of here if they're being inappropriate or sassy or whatever. I better be careful. She'll kick me out. Aw. Thank you so much. 78. That's pretty good. That's a good year. I don't know if you know that, but that's an excellent year because I was born in 1978. I don't know if it was that great of a year, but oh, if someone is buried under 10 feet of snow, I'm so jealous of you. I'm so mad. They kept talking on the news. They're like, yep, it just missed us. It went just south of us. I'm like, no, I want the snow. I am like crazy snow girl. I want snow, and we've gotten hardly anything this year. or last year. Last year was terrible for snow too. It is 16 to 21 inches. Give it to me. I want that snow. 68 was better. Okay, I won't fight you about it, Penny. I know, I was like, "Why would you put me on this giant screen?" Because I'm really sure all these teenage kids wanna see my face blown up on a screen. They're like, "Get that old lady off there." I would take it, Mandy. I would take your snow. I'm like, ugh, I've been dying for a good snow, and I told my husband, I'm like, "Okay, our oldest son is still home because they won't let him go back to work until 10 days have passed, even though in our county it's 5 days, but whatever." And then, my middle son has a new job, and he works mostly, like, weekends, like, Thursday through Sunday. So he's off for a few days, and I'm like, this would be a perfect time to get slammed with snow where everyone's just home for the most part. And like, then if my youngest son was out of school because of it, and my husband could just stay home too, and then it would just be an awesome snow party. And I don't have to worry about any of my kids driving, out in the bad weather. I'm like, this would be the perfect time to get a ton of snow. I don't want to be I don't want the power to go out. That's the only thing. I don't care if we can't get out of the house. I just wanna have power. 52 is the best. I guess they're all the best, aren't they? Oh, I bet Bodie is thoroughly enjoying it. Mandy has the most adorable yellow lab, Bodie, and I bet he is loving the snow. Heather, you're just a baby, 33. That's not fair. Uh. 62. Yeah, Myrna, it's like, oh, come on, it was so close. 61 in April. My dad just turned 65, and my mom's gonna be 65 in March. And my oldest is older than you, Heather. Aw. Just this side of 64. I love it. 70. Awesome. See, okay, how cool is that about YouTube? Like, the people that it draws together. Like, it doesn't matter what age you are, where you're from, whatever. Like, people just find like a commonality of something that they like and all get connected. I think that is the coolest thing. Aw. That is a funny thing, Heather, because I had my kids young. So for me, there's a lot of people, their kids are all young, and my kids are about to be all grown and out of the house. Maybe not out of the house, but grown. And it is funny though, that difference. Penny, I don't, you are right on this. I give you full control of that because I was seeing what was going on and I trust you. So that's Penny the pit bull, right? Isn't that what Debbie calls you sometimes? Since it's Alabama after all. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it was just over the top. Like you're like, okay, it's fine, just be, but then they just kept going. I know, Penny. I saw it. I was letting you handle that and was just ignoring it because I figured if I called attention to it, it would just be worse. Yes, Michigan Mafia and Penny the Pitbull. Too funny. My children older. Yeah, that is funny. Although people are always like, "No way, those are your kids," and I'm like, "Yep." People always think I'm too young to have the kids that I have. Oh, Barbara Jean, I think that is like the ultimate. That would be amazing to me. My dad always used to say, he would say, "I'm gonna get a bunch of property and build houses for all you girls on the property so that you live." And so, I mean, I live like 10 minutes from my parents. Um, but yeah, I absolutely love that. Like for your kids to want to be near you. That's a something. Oh, yay! Thank you. Oh, hi. Oh my gosh, everybody's popping on right now. I just totally spit too. Llama. I get excited, I spit. It's all go. I'm so glad you guys are here. Yay! Wow. Wow, Myrna. Yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 kids she has. Oh my gosh, too funny, Heather. You've got that baby face, so I can see why. Thank you. I'm like behind me. I've got my little tray here that's decorative for winter too. You just can't see it because my big old body's in front of it. Oh no. That's the bad thing sometimes, different jobs. I mean, you don't want to say that because it might be a good opportunity, but bummer when people end up getting transferred for jobs. 3, 7, 3. Yeah, Penny's got that good age range. 35, 26, 8. Aw, Heather, that's awesome. People always thought I was a lot younger than I am too because I'm so short. So I think just being smaller, like people always thought I was younger. So I know I looked like a baby having babies. So I mean, I wasn't, but I was just shy of 21 when my first son was born. So it's not like I was super young, but fairly young, and I looked really young. Wow, 5. Mandy, that's awesome. Can't be mad about that. Like, it was funny because a concert we went to in October, you they came out ahead of time while you were in line and marked people if you were a minor and put like a big M, with a marker on your hands. And I didn't bring my ID with me. And I was like, "Well, I said, "I don't need an ID to get in though, right?" And they're like, "Oh no, it's an all age show, so whatever." And they're like, "But you won't be able to drink." The girl's like, "I'm really sorry, but I have to put that." I said, "Oh, I don't drink anyway, so it doesn't matter." And she's like, "Good for you," and whatever. Well, it's funny because then when we were going in, one of the bouncer guys was like, "Why you got that on your hands?" Like, whatever. And I said, "Oh, I didn't bring my ID." And he's like, "Oh, bummer." I'm like, "Well, I don't drink anyway, so it's okay." And he's like, "What? Like, there's something wrong with me or something?" It's kind of funny. Like, I'm good. 5 foot. Okay, I'm not even 5'1", so I'm not much taller than you. But okay. Now I've got Sue and Grace that I'm taller than. Okay, I got a couple people. That's funny, Mandy. Hey, Tish. How are you doing? I For some reason when I see Tish, I do this. Hey, Tish. Your name is fun to say to me. I don't know. Yes, I agree. Faye probably does keep Penny young, like keep you busy and on the go. Cause I feel like I'm like exhausted thinking about having younger kids and doing like just all the stuff that's involved. I mean, not that you don't still have that. I mean, with basketball and stuff with my old youngest that's still in school, but it's just different. You are the miniature giant, Sue. Aw, Penny. That's so funny. Oh, yeah, Heather, your parents are young. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, yeah. I used to drink all the time too when I was younger. I ended up developing quite the bad alcoholism, actually. So, yep, it's been 13 years since I've had a drink. That was in November, and I will never go back. It always cracks me up when people act like, "Oh, you don't drink? Like, how could you possibly have fun in life if you don't drink?" I'm like, "Really? You're the one missing out." Oh, thank you so much for being here, Mandy. I love you. Yay, I'm so happy to see you. Okay, I'm trying to figure where am I at? I'm like, oh, people are putting their heights. Okay. See, we've got a lot of shorties. Not 6 foot, just 5'12". You know what, Myrna? Actually, at first I was confused by that because I'm like, is she saying she's 5 foot and a half inch? Like, I'm not sure what she's saying. That's funny. Makeup artist diva. I love it. That is a blessing, Myrna. Definitely. Congratulations, Heather. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. That to me is like the biggest celebration for anybody. Like, if you've ever been under that hold of substances of any kind and are able to break away from it, I think that is the best thing. Like, the feeling of freedom is like nothing else. 12 and under free. That's hilarious. I'm 24, but I get in free because they think I'm 12. Oh, wow, Tish, that's crazy. Quarter of an inch from wow. Penny, you only drink when you're making chocolates. I'm just thinking of Debbie the other day talking about you making those. That's hilarious. Ah. So you're saying you used to be a weekend alcoholic, Patricia? Oh my gosh, Penny, stop it. No, you're not. Myrna, one wine cooler on 4th of July. I can get that. I'm not saying like if you ever drink alcohol, there's something wrong with it. Please don't misunderstand me there. Alcohol is not the problem. It's people overindulging. That's the problem. So you learn from your mistake. Well, that's good. See, Heather, I don't doubt that for a second. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, now you're ready to really be the mom that you're called to be. And you're an amazing, amazing mom. And so who knows what things it could have been like if you hadn't gotten sober. I mean, I have some, I don't want to say regrets, but because I can't do anything about it and I won't beat myself up over things that I can't change. But things that when my kids were young and I was an alcoholic, if I could change them, obviously, I would because I was not the mom to them that I should have been. And so, girl, celebrate like crazy. Thank God like crazy that he brought you from that because yeah, to not have to have those kind of like, things that you think back on and think, "Oh, I wish that I had done that differently." That's I mean, being a mom, the nature of being a mom is you're gonna look back and say, "I wish there were some things I did differently," because none of us have it right, let's be real, but you know what I mean. Yes, he does. He is good. Even sometimes when we can't see it and things seem out of control and crazy, things are working for good even if we can't see it, for sure. Oh, so I wanna show you guys this super cute thing. So, I have said before, I am like a child, it's ridiculous, and my husband and I, we were in Sam's Club a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was like a week ago. Hi, Jamie. Yay, I'm so glad you're here. Um, and we're just going through, we went over like by the books, and I was like, and my husband's like, okay, that's pretty cool. I'm like, I have to get this. I have to get this. And he's like, I wish I would have seen it for Christmas. I would have got it for you. Wait till you see. Wait till you see. You might not think it's as exciting as I do, but look at it's a Harry Potter crochet set. And so it comes with the stuff to make Harry and Dobby and his little sock. And the crochet hook is a magic wand. Stop it. Stop it. Like, that's ridiculously cute. I just keep looking at it. And then this book has the patterns to make Air Buddy. So I can make Air Buddy. And so I plan to do that. I mean, it's going to take me a long time. I'm going to be honest, but I eventually, when I have my own like beauty room, I want to have a whole little area that's going to be Harry Potter stuff because I love Harry Potter. And oh my gosh, seriously, they have all of them like hanging out in a little area. How stinking cute is that going to be? I'm so excited about it. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can kind of see. I don't know if you can, but oh, no, you can't because that's falling in front of it. The crochet hook, the crochet hook is inside there. So I was stupidly excited about that. Oh, you have a Harry Potter tattoo? What does it look like? Okay, let me go back and read. Oh, good for you, Sue, for not going that route. Oh, oh yeah. Emotionally being a mom, it's a rough thing. It's like the greatest feeling in the world, and then also like, oh gosh, like nothing tugs you at you harder. And Penny, God knows, people don't like doctors are not the final word. Like when people get diagnosis of something terrible and things like that, like people don't get the final say. God does, and that is a perfect example of it. I know, Heather. My heart's too full. I totally know that feeling. I still feel like that now at the ages my boys are. Oh my gosh, Harry Potter, I love it. It's the characters and the way they interact with each other. And my favorite characters are Hagrid and Snape. They are my favorites. Which my husband's like, that's so weird. Why is Snape one of your favorite? I'm like, he's like misunderstood. Like he's hiding something painful, and the way it comes out makes him seem like this cold, terrible person, but that's not who he is inside. And like, I don't know. I love like the depth of the characters. Tish has a Harry Potter tattoo too. Hi, Brandy. Yay. Thank you for being here. Yes, I will, Myrna. I mean, it'll be years from now, but I'm just kidding. Show you when I get them all made. You gave yourself a tattoo, Heather. Do tell. What is this tattoo like? Hi, Clara. How are you doing today? How's your dad doing today? Okay, awesome, Heather. Thank you. Oh, that's the noise I heard. I heard my phone make a noise, but I don't. His tattoo's on her face of what? I did watch the reunion. Oh, and hello. Why are Tom and Emma not a thing? Like clearly they are in love with each other. You have one daughter who isn't a tattoos for everybody. That's funny. Almost covered in tattoos, but no Harry Potter. I have not seen the Saw movies, Heather, surprisingly. I don't know if it's surprisingly, but I haven't seen them. Bands and other stuff. Oh, okay. Exactly, Sue. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, like, the depth of the characters is so good. And then, aw, um, Hagrid, I just love how he's, like, this well-meaning, like, he just loves people so much, but he's kinda like a bumbling I don't wanna say a bumbling idiot, that sounds terrible, but you know what I mean? Like, he's always doing stuff that he shouldn't be doing, like saying things he shouldn't and whatever, and, like, he gets himself in trouble because his heart's so big, and, like, I don't know, I just love that. So, it's like, both of them, even though they're total polar opposites with the way, like, their personalities seem, they both, like, just I don't know, something about them, their that those characters is, like, something I love. I just love it. Oh, picture he cuts off his ankle. Picture that, but a beautiful butterfly. Oh my gosh, Heather. Oh, I love you. Oh, okay. I like your channel name though, that's good. I know, I had a hard time when I was deciding for a channel name because I think in the beginning I had, like, Glamburger and my full name, and then I was like, I don't really want it. It's, like, too much." And I'm like, Glamburger is just short and catchy and, whatever, so I'm like, I think that'll be good. Like, so that's what I went with, and I'm glad I did. And then Heather made my amazing logo, and it's like the cutest thing ever. And so it's all like just worked out so perfectly. So I really enjoy that. If you have not seen my logo, yeah, if you need a logo made, if you need anything artistically, go to Heather, Heart of Heather there. Check her out because Untitled Designs is the name of her company, and like she's so dang talented and the biggest sweetheart ever. So like that's the thing. If there are people who I know are like sweet people that are deserving of, people's business and stuff, if you're going to spend your money somewhere, spend it with people who like will greatly appreciate it and are absolutely wonderful people. Like I cannot say enough good things. I was gonna put your dad's last name on the wings of the angels. Aw. Penny, you are so sweet. You're hilarious. Why? Why wouldn't you do that, Penny? Like, are you trying to say something bad about my last name? Like it's too long or something? Oh, so funny. Brandy, do you use, um, your phone or a laptop or a computer or something? Well, Heather, you're sweet to me. I've never seen you be anything but sweet, so you may have me fooled. This is the internet, and you think you know stuff about people, but then, not so much. Yes, that's true, Penny. And let's not, defile the beautiful angel wings with a hideously ugly last name like mine. Okay, so you're looking to put stuff in the description box from your computer then? So in Studio, when you're editing, there it'll show the description box, like when you upload the video? I'm not sure. Okay, so I've always done things I'll have to message you, Brandy. Heather, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, no. I think that's the exact same way Penny is. Like, you're super sweet and dedicated and loyal people, and somebody messes with you or somebody that you love, you're not taking it. You're not putting up with it. There's nothing wrong with that. I wish I had a little more, like, that grit to me sometimes. My youngest sister, ooh, that girl got grit. It's so funny. It's so funny how you can all grow up in the same house and be so different sometimes. And there's things about her and I that are exactly the same. In fact, my boys are always like, "Oh my gosh, you and Aunt Delenn, like the just a lot of the same type stuff that we do and stuff." But then there's other things about us that are so different. It's hilarious. Yes, I will be happy to help you, Brandy. So I will message you. Oh, I'm glad you find it interesting. I don't. I find my maiden name interesting. I love my maiden name, but I love my husband, so I was fine to take his last name, but, mm, yeah, no. Absolutely, Heather. Absolutely. In fact, I saw Leanne Sorreo say it on a video, yesterday, or well, I watched it yesterday, I don't know if it came out yesterday, but she said something about, some sort of influencer and there had been some kind of drama, and she goes, "But I don't know anything about it. I've got enough drama in my real life. I don't need to, or in my own life, like I don't need to pay attention to, influencers drama and stuff." And it's so true. Like I don't care at all. I mean, obviously somebody's doing something terrible and there's somebody like who has a company that is selling things. No, I probably don't want to support them, but I don't get into all the like, I don't care. I don't have time to care about stuff that does not affect my life. Uh-huh. Calligraphy is so beautiful. My aunt does beautiful calligraphy. That's so funny, Sue. Yeah, yeah, that is a common name. I've got several friends with that last name. Yeah, those sweet ones sometimes. You think they are. That's so funny. Whole other side of me. That's the thing. It is funny, like, I think about sometimes and I guess because I have a channel and, like, have you guys and stuff that I talk to, there are different things sometimes that I'm like, "I wonder if people would be surprised to know I like this," or you know what I mean? Like, it's just kinda funny. Nothing wrong with that, Heather. Is it Casper? Is that how you say that, Patricia? Because that's kinda cool, I like that. Okay, Jamie, I can understand that, yeah. Even though my Uncle Herman was one of my favorite people. I don't know if I'd say he's one of my favorite people, but he was an awesome, awesome guy. He cracked me up. Oh, really, Heather? That's what I always tell my husband. I'm like, "You should have taken my last name. Mine's so much cooler and shorter." I feel like my writing looks like a little kid's, and I never write in cursive. Like, it takes me so long. I have to, like, really think about it, like, obviously besides signing my name, but, like, I cannot write in cursive. I grew up I mean, we were taught it, but it's just not something that ever felt like a natural flow to me. Penny. Oh, Heather, I get that, and that's a big thing with my maiden name too. It is dying out. There are not very many, and so that's why on my tattoo, I'm definitely gonna have my maiden name on it because I love it. Um, I don't know about that. Do you guys know with going live if you have to have a certain subscriber count? I honestly have no idea. Fun fact, my penmanship is hideous. Yeah, mine's terrible. Isn't it funny, Penny? Like, if I were to try, like, in college or anything, taking notes and try to do it in cursive, oh my gosh, I would be so far behind because it's like I have to really think about how each letter go. I don't know why, but it's just not natural to me at all. Tish, that's funny. I like it though. Like, it's cool. It's interesting. Yeah, Brandy, you might have to. Now that you're saying that, okay, 50 subs. I'm sure there's a place to find it. I'm not sure. I know, isn't it so weird, Jamie? I can't believe they stopped teaching it too. You can't go live on mobile devices if you have under 50 subscribers. Is that what you mean, Heather? Oh, okay. Yeah. Aw, Penny. I don't think that's bad at all. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. I know, I need to take the time. Okay, so that was something I said in my, community tab thing that I wanted to bounce some ideas off you guys. Um oh, okay. Um, like, okay, yesterday, I recorded my very last video of the 17 of my 17 unused palettes series. So that is going to be up at midnight tonight. And so I'm so glad to have that series done. I felt like and which is dumb because I was using, new things I hadn't used before, but it was just something about like coming on and it being part of that same series. So I'm glad to be done with that. And but very excited about the video that I did because I saved like a grand finale kind of one. So I'm excited about that. So if you want to check that out, either at midnight Eastern time tonight or anytime after. um, so then I was kind of thinking about what I'm going to be doing like from here on out. Not like I have to have different series, but um, I do like doing some kind of series sometimes. Okay. Oh, awesome, Heather. Thank you. Um, oh, and Barbara Jean, you guys both must come in at the same time. Uh, so obviously I got a bunch of new awesome makeup for Christmas. So I'm going to be doing stuff with that. I am going to be doing a collab with somebody for House Lab stuff. So that's fun. I have that coming up. Um, and then I have an idea for a series I'm going to do, but it's not going to be like a certain amount of things I have to do for the series. It's just an idea I have, but I'm not going to tell you about it. It's going to be a surprise because I want somebody to steal my idea. I don't know if I haven't seen anything like it ever done, so I'm excited about that, but maybe I just haven't seen it and it actually has been, but yeah. Um, I love the name Myrna too. I agree with you, Penny. Yes, and Sue, that is one of the things. Sue wants to see me do like a no makeup look, so I'm going to try doing that. In this lighting, it almost looks like I have one right now, but actually, I actually really like the way my eyes look today, but it's hard to tell on this camera. Um, and it seemed like there was something else. So I'm kind of wondering, here's kind of what I was wondering. I typically do 3 videos a week, sometimes more if there's something special that comes up. Like if when I get my IPSY, I try to get that up right away. So um, that might make more than 3 videos in a week or whatever. If I've got like a review type thing I want to do, or need to do for a company or something, then there might be more. That's another thing is I feel like I've done a lot of like product review things and I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about that. Like, is that something you enjoy seeing or are you just kind of like, I'm never going to buy any of these things anyway. So, you know what I mean? Like, because sometimes I will agree to do a review of something and then I'm like, why did I do that? Like now I'm stuck in like a time thing where I have to have this done by a certain time and it like makes me feel kind of stressed out. So then I'm like, is it even worth it? You know, kind of thing. So I would love to know what you guys think about those types of videos. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Myrna. I'm not even going anywhere today. Actually, I'll tell you guys something. So I'm getting ready to do a big declutter of my makeup just in general and jewelry and I'm everything. And so this is one of my makeup geek palettes that I had put together and it's almost been decluttered. They've almost been decluttered a couple times. And I'm like, you know what? Today, since I'm not like recording a video, like a makeup video, I'm going to use this and see what I think. And I think I've decided what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do um keep one of the palettes just filled with basically like the more neutral shades because I think the ones that I don't really care for are the really colorful ones. Like they kind of fade, I feel like. So I'm gonna see at the end of the day what I think of how this looks. Because right now, like I said, it's hard to tell on here, but like the blend and everything was like so good. I was like, ooh, this looks good. And so I'm like, maybe I will keep those ones and just move the because they're, you know, it's in like the magnetic palettes, move it around. So I've just got the ones that I know I like in the one, and then the other one I'll just get rid of because my goal is to have all of that stuff together to take this weekend when I go with my mom and sisters and stuff so that they can take whatever they want. And then the rest, I don't know, I'll decide what to do with, but okay, so here's what happens sometimes, Heather. I'm like, "Ooh, that seems fun." And then once I like commit to it, I'm like, "Oh, like, did I really need like another hair tool?" Or do you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'm like, "Okay, you know, I don't know." So I feel like just because I'm being offered, oh, actually, I get offered a ton of things from like Amazon sellers and stuff that I'm like, no. And I don't know how many times I can tell somebody that I don't have AirPods, so I don't want to review your AirPod case. And then they're like, well, you can just talk about the quality of it when you get it. I'm like, no, like it's a girly case. The only ones in my house who have AirPods are two. I mean, I only have other people in my house that are male anyway. I'm like, they don't want that. And why would I, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That drives me crazy. And then Amazon took away my ability to review things on there. They said that something seemed suspicious on my account with reviewing, and so they took that privilege away from me. I was like, "What?" So I emailed them and I'm like, "Can you please tell me why? Like what the issue is, whatever?" Because I review things on there for stuff that I buy a lot, and not just things that people send me to review, like things I purchase because I'm going out to purchase them or for gifts or whatever. And they never responded to me. So I can't even, so some of the stuff it's been easy. I'm like, sorry, can't review for you anyway. Amazon won't let me. But, or I just don't answer because I'm like, you get like infiltrated with things sometimes. But, well, you like watching those videos? Okay, well, that's good to know. Aw, Penny, you're so sweet. Yeah. And Barbara Jean, I can see that. I'm leaning more toward that kind of with myself anyway. Like the look I have right now, I feel like I feel prettier when I'm wearing like a more subtle. I wish I hadn't done dark in my waterline, but aside from that, whatever. But I'm just like, yeah, I've been enjoying the more subtle kind of looks, and I don't know. And that's the thing too. I'm like, okay, I definitely am noticing that the videos that get more attention are things like having my husband in that video with me trying those truffles and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, clearly people want to see something different, and which I am all about. I just want to know what that is. You know what I mean? Like what are the kinds of things that you guys want to see? You know, maybe not be, I mean, there's always going to be makeup as a part of it because that's, I mean, what I kind of started the channel on, and I love it. But as far as like, I think what I might do also, tell me what you think about this. Oh, let me read real quick. Isn't it so weird, Tish? Okay, I've seen like stuff like that too, where I'm like, okay, thanks, but this, my favorite ones are the Instagram ones that you get for like swimwear. Like, we think you'd be perfect for this, and it's like these teeny tiny little bathing suits. I'm like, you clearly have not seen my body. Like, you want me to put that on and represent your company? Oh, let me come for you. Wouldn't that be hilarious? I mean, I wouldn't do it because I'm too modest like that anyway. I wouldn't like be in a bathing suit in a picture, but wouldn't it be funny to like take up one of these companies on their offer that you would be perfect to represent their company and just like, oh my gosh, that would be funny. Brandy, you will end up getting some of that stuff, but I would caution you to be picky because it's kind of easy to tell. Like there'll be certain things that go around that I'm like, I don't want to review that, whatever. Which not meaning because I don't want to review it, no one should, but like things that I'm like, just the way the company like approaches you about it. And then I'll see people reviewing it and I'm like, but do you really like that? Or do you really, because it's very easy to get into like, oh, I can get this for free. I just have to do a video. But is it something that you would really want anyway? Number one. And two, is it something that you think people want to watch a video about? Because that's what I think, that's where the balance is. If you're going to review something, have it be something you're actually excited about so that you can be excited to show it to people and that you feel is worthy of doing a video with, like a whole video. Or even I would pitch to companies, okay, I will put like a placement, like a product placement in a video I'm already doing of this product, but I'm not going to do like a whole dedicated video to it because there's some things that just don't warrant a whole video. And I've done some of those. And then I'm like, nobody wants to watch that. And then I feel like I don't want you guys to be like, well, she's just getting what she can for free and slapping a video up about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely think, like, be picky about it. Amazon's getting weird. Oh, thank you, Patricia. My husband feels super awkward on camera. He hates it. And he has a slight stutter. And when he's nervous, it like comes out more. And so at one point he was like, oh, you could have edited out like edited out me stuttering right there, and I'm like, "I don't even notice it because I just don't, and it's not like it's bad." He notices it because we all pick apart ourselves, you know? But, um, but I'm trying to get him to do more with me. So I really wanna do, like, a couples Q&A. So I think I'm gonna be putting, like, on my community tab and, on Instagram and stuff to have you guys give questions for a couples Q&A. He's like, like, he'll do it, but I feel like the more he does it, the more comfortable he'd be, and if you guys would like to see us do stuff like that together, then I would love to do that because I love him and I want you guys to get to know him. He's awesome. So, um, solo lives? Oh, because you do, like, with other people? I've never done one with anybody else. I don't even know how to be honest with you. I will definitely be keeping my gently used Stone Cold Fox palette. I actually, just used it the other night, and my mom was like, "Ooh, your eyes look so cool." I'm like, "Thanks." So, yes, I have been using it more. I really like it. No, a size large is not size inclusive. I agree, Tish, that's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, Penny, I'm cracking up about the bathing suit top. I mean, seriously though, it's like, I hate and I'm like, does anyone believe when they're like, "Hey, beautiful, we noticed you and you'd be perfect for" like, okay, this is a copied and pasted thing that they send to hundreds of people or thousands of people. It's like, yeah, sure. Not saying anyone isn't beautiful, but I'm just saying, like, if you think they're actually, like, picking you out, you can tell the ones that are, like, an actual company that is, like, legitimately, like, reaching out to you and not in such a, like, copy and paste format, you know? Yeah, I agree, Barbara Jean, because it's just like, what is the point in reviewing things that are yeah. I feel like it makes your subscribers lose faith in you a little bit. Not lose faith. How do I want to say it? Just like, I don't know, like it takes away a little bit of your I don't know what the word is I'm trying to say. But I want to be genuine and not and stuff it doesn't matter to me. Like I don't want to choose free stuff over like the relationship and rapport that I had, you know, like Sue, I didn't notice him stutter either. He's just super like, you know, picky about it on himself. Yeah. Heather, that would creep me out too, like reaching out for your child to model. That's the thing, like, because most of that stuff is not legit. And there are a lot of things that seem legit. Okay, here's something definitely do not do this. I showed this to my husband because right away I was like, red flags. Um, Ooh, Penny, that would be fantastic. Yes, we'll bribe him with some peanut butter truffles. Privated. Okay, you privated your account. Aw, that's cool. I will definitely have to check it out because Jamie, you and Debbie are doing one together, right? Is it Friday? Oh, Barbara Jean. Oh my goodness. Yes, I do have more. Oh my gosh. Oh, cool. Chicks hatching. Yeah, so this is something to look out for, especially if you're like just getting your channel up and running and are gonna start getting some of like these emails and stuff. Okay, for one thing, in your description box, always have your email address so that companies can reach out to you. And I can't remember exactly what mine says, but it's something like for I don't know. You'd have to look at my description box. I can't think of it right now. But basically, like if companies want to contact me, then there's my email address, which have a separate email for your YouTube stuff, or Instagram or whatever. Like the email that I give to companies is not my typical everyday email. It's easier to keep things separated like that for one. And then just yeah, it's just better. But ew, yeah. Heather, listen to me. Ew. I totally know what you mean though. Yeah. Yes, for business inquiries only, yes. Um, so there are things that are happening right now where you will get an email from a company. You can look up the company and it's like, okay, this is a legit company, whatever. However, the email you're getting is not from them. And what they do is it will tell you, okay, here's like a link and a password. You have to use the password to be able to see the examples of like review type things that you can do, whatever. So do not click on that link and put that password in. It is totally a scam. They are trying to like give you a virus and stuff. Do not do that because I had one from shoot, I won't be able to think of the name of the company. But when I looked it up, it is a legit company and they have like really expensive like clothing. And I was like, "Oh, wow." Well, then when I saw that they have, like, this link and that you have to put this password in, I was like, like, I've never seen something like that before on any company that I've worked with." So I asked my husband about it. He was like, "Whoa." So he went look he's a tech guy, so that's why I'm saying it's not like he's just some random dude that I'm like, "Hey, honey, can you look at this?" And he has no idea what I'm talking about. He's a tech guy, he knows. And so he went and he, like, researched it all and he said, "And honestly, I would reach out to the actual company, send this to them, let them know that somebody's doing this, so that they can like kind of, decide if they want to do something with that and whatever, because people are using their name, their company, and it's giving you a virus." Sally, there is my Hawaiian friend. Aloha. You just joined hearing the word scam and virus. Welcome. Yeah, the Instagram thing, it is totally weird, Penny. I agree. I don't know. Stay away, cougar. Oh my gosh, Jamie, that's hilarious. No kidding. We were out to eat, we were up north, which sounds funny to people who aren't around here. We say up north all the time just for upper Michigan. Um, this way. Uh, and we were in like it was like a bar restaurant, and the girl was gonna serve my son, and he was like 18 at the time, which he had like full facial hair and stuff. And like she doesn't even asking for his ID. She just asked him if he wanted like beer or whatever. Like I'm like, he's 18. Like, hello, you should probably pay better attention for yourself in trouble. Hey, my hubby's a tech guy. We got those tech guys. I always tease him about being a nerd because honestly, it's funny because, we go to this tech conference every year. Well, he does, and I go with him, whatever. And it is like a movie. Like, it's hilarious. Like, when you think of, like, nerdy I'm not trying to be mean, like, that sounds mean, but, like, nerdy tech guy like, in a movie, how they would portray, like, a tech convention, that is what it's like. Like, I am not kidding. And my husband is not like that at all. So it is hilarious to me because I'm always like, "What?" And he always says he's like, because I'll have like these like social hours and stuff. And obviously he doesn't go to them because I'm there. And so we go do other stuff. But before, like in the several years prior to me starting to go with him, he did like go to the stuff because he just like he did a couple times and I was like, "No, thanks." He's like, "It is the most awkward, weird, and like the ratio of men to women is like way more men." And he said it's like all the guys are like trying to get with these few women. Like it's like the weirdest thing ever. It's hilarious. But so I make fun of him all the time about being a nerdy tech guy. Oh, thank you, Sally. Yeah, I was like, I just want something different. And to be honest, 2 of my boys are home. My 2 oldest boys are home. And so I was like, "Okay, well, I'm not gonna sit in the living room because then they feel weird if they're, like, going in the kitchen, or I feel weird if I see them in there because it's open to each other, you know?" And I'm like, and that way too, they don't have to worry about, like, trying to be quiet and whatever. So I was just like, "Hey, I'm going live at 2, and I'm gonna be in my bedroom with the door shut, so it's not like you have to be silent." But so my one son, he's like, "Oh, I can't drum." Like, "No, don't drum while I'm on my li." Actually, you might not even be able to hear him because it's amazing. Well, maybe on here you would, I don't know. When I record with my phone, though, you can't. Heather, that is bizarre. Like, it'd be different if it's, like, a neighbor that you talk to all the time, and from the time she was born or little or whatever, like, you've had, like, this friendship and they but just to randomly start leaving I mean, it might be innocent. That's the thing. Don't you hate because sometimes something might actually just be innocent, and we have to be so cautious, though, and worried that people are having have some, like, what's the word? Like, nefarious, idea about like, ugh, I don't know. I am up north for you. I'm up north for a lot of you, actually. It's so funny, isn't it, Heather? Because I'm seriously I'm like, I meet different people who'll be like, "Oh, this is so and so from whatever, some other place near us that he knows and works with sometimes." And I'm like, these people are like it's like socially very awkward. But that's what he said. He goes, "A lot of times, like, tech guys work by themselves. Like, they're not, they're, like, behind the scenes doing stuff. So they're not, like, necessarily, like, interacting with people all the time. Where my husband works in a school. So he is interacting with people constantly because he's always in teachers' classrooms and in the offices and whatever. And so it's different. But like tech guys who just like sit in, like head end rooms or whatever. I'm saying that because that's what he has, but like whatever, and are working behind the scenes all the time and never really talking with people. Or I think sometimes it's a good career for people who aren't super social people because they don't have to be, if they're in that certain kind of setting. So it's just like a different type of personality. They're social misfits. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's unsettling, Heather, I would have to say. I would I would have to say. Ugh. Actually, speaking of unsettling, I'm gonna see if I can pull this up on my phone and show you. Um, and like also saying about different types of people, it's like musicians are a different breed of people. Like artists are different. So anybody with like an artsy kind of mind tends to be like there's something a little bit different. I don't know. Like it's kind of cool to me how there's like different types of people. Like we're all at the core of the same, but like, do you know what I'm saying? Like I notice it with my son who's a drummer. There's he relates in a different way and with other like musicians and stuff. Like there's something you can see a commonality about them that's not just music. And I don't know, I think it's a really cool thing. Oh, okay, Jamie, I'm so glad you said that because that's what I thought. I thought that was your last name. Jaren and Ozzy. Okay. That's super cool. I love that. Awesome. That's true, Sue. It absolutely would be. And that's what's so cool. Like, I love that there's different, like, places to plug in for everybody. Like, nobody is an outsider. Like, there's always something we're all made different for a reason, and I think that is so awesome. I was saying that to my husband last night. I said, like, I just love how I don't know, like, I can appreciate things about everybody. Like, even if it's something I don't understand or maybe it seems strange to me or whatever, I can still appreciate things because we all are different. Or we were talking about, like, people being smart, and I'm like, "Okay, smart, like, book smart?" Like, some people you could take 2 people who grew up being taught the exact same things and whatever, one of them might just latch onto it and, like, retain everything and whatever, and the other person might not. It might be difficult for them and whatever. So, the person who latches onto it and stuff is smart. No, their brain just works differently than the other person. It doesn't like, it's not like you're dumb because you can't do math like this person or whatever. Like, we're just all created different. And I don't know, I think it's a cool thing. I think it's something to be celebrated, not I don't know why in life, like, people take certain things and, um, try to classify people by them, but, like, in a negative way in some things, like, I don't understand that at all. Oh, that's cool. River, Thorn, and Storm. So my sister Dana, her girls, their middle names are all water related. So Peyton is Peyton Rain, and then London is London Kai, which is it river? Is that what Kai means? And then Lily Brooke. So I think that is super cool. Did any chicks hatch, Brandy? Weird, yes. Penny. At first, I was referring to Danielle. I'm like, that I'm weird? Thanks, Penny. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, cool. And that's the thing too, Jamie. A lot of people are more street smart or like I don't want to say common sense smart, but kind of. Like I know a lot of people who are very book smart, but like everyday kind of stuff, they're kind of like, woo, you know. And so what? Like it's just we're different. Who cares? I'm not really sure what I am. I'm not book smart and I wouldn't say I'm street smart. Not always very common sense either. I'm just me, and that's okay. And you're you, and that's okay. Aw. No problem, buddy. Oh, yeah, I started to pull up this picture. Okay, so I found this my husband and I send these stupid, like, memoji things to or Bitmoji, I don't know, whatever, things to each other all the time, and we're just total nerds like that, and so the other day I found this and I just sent it to him and I'm like, "I don't know what the heck this is." That's why I sent it. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but oh, look how dirty my screen is. Oh, for the love. How embarrassing. Ugh. Okay, let's try that again. Of course, the light shining on it makes it hard. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, what that is, that weird thing that I'm writing on. Anybody know what it is? Test time. See if anybody knows. Okay. Do you like how when I'm reading, I'm like, "Yeah, maybe I should put some glasses on." No common sense. Oh, did Christy? Oh, Christy, hi. I'm like, oh, Christy must have come in. I'm seeing people say hi to Christy. Hello. I was just talking the other day to my husband about traveling and because Debbie wants to come this summer and I so hope we can make that work and go tubing down the river together. Like it would be so much fun. And so then we were talking about how once my youngest is out of school, which he's a junior, so after next year, we will have a lot more freedom to be able to go and do things. And I definitely want to travel a little bit, not anywhere crazy, like just within the US and just kind of go around. And so I was talking about Christy and getting together with their family because I absolutely love Christy and Troy and Alyssa. So, oh yeah, Sue, that's ridiculous. And that's the thing too, like people or Haley. Haley got it. Ding ding ding. Haley's the winner. I don't know what you win, but you just win the pride of being the one who guessed. Okay, so yeah, before I go on to this next tirade of mine, um, yeah, it's what she said. I don't know how you say it. Is it tardigrade or something? I don't know. Okay, well, people think it's anime, and that's what somebody was like. My friend was like, "Oh yeah, my kids said that's something in like anime stuff." And I'm like, no, it's a real thing. Because my son Riley, I showed it to him. I go, look at this weird thing I sent to your dad. And he's like, oh, that's real. And I'm like, what? And he goes, no, really. It's like a thing like in the sea or something, like in the ocean. And I'm like, no, it's not. And he goes, no, yeah, it is. And I'm like, no. So I started looking. Well, let me tell you something that'll creep you right out if you get creeped out by things like I do. Look up like eight-legged sea creature and see what you come up with on Google Images. The stuff that is out there in the ocean, no thank you. No thank you. And so I was like totally creeped out. It gives me the chills even thinking about some of the stuff. But anyway, so I pulled up this is a picture from um National Geographic. It's a real thing. Very unsettling. Very unsettling to me. Do you see that? Ugh. Here's the thing that will give you a little bit of peace. It is literally like millimeters big. So it's a very tiny thing that they just blew up on this to show. I don't care if you saw the picture closer in the detail of, like, the little clawy things. What do they call it? Like a sea bear or something. And my mom goes, "Oh, it's cute." I'm like, "That is not cute. That is creepy as heck." Ugh, freak me right out. Oh my gosh. Ooh, doctor, not so fun. Shopping, yes. Where am I located, Jamie? I'm in Michigan. Oh, thank you. These are still my color changing nails, which actually today they've been on for 2 weeks. So you can see the grow out there. However, when I'm nice and warm, they're blue right now because I'm cold. But when I'm warm, they are. I'll see if I can get it to do it so I can show you. But they're one of my new nail polishes that my husband got me for Christmas. I think I'm gonna try one of the magnet ones next. They're like tire eye kind of. But you use a magnet on them to make designs. Crazy little creatures that live forever. Yeah, they can be frozen or nuked or all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, because they said something about them like living like in space and stuff, but they're just little squishy bugs, really. Haley, you're so awesome. Haley has a channel as well, and it's awesome. So definitely check it out. Jamie has a channel. There's all sorts of channel people here. Check them out. Christy's daughter, Alyssa Pope, has a channel. Check it out. Crystal lives in Michigan. Okay, Crystal. Crystal who? Tell me who. Sue says it's cute. Stop it. Yes, Myrna, that gave me chills too. I'm like, "No, no, no, why?" But those are the least of my concerns when you look at the other pictures of things when I was searching for it. Like the starfish, some of them, and, like, somebody it has, like, their hand next to it so you can see how big it actually is. No, thank you, ma'am. I am not a fan. I think I've told about this before. My sister used to have, like, my brother-in-law is really into, like, having a saltwater tank, so they've got, like, really cool stuff in there. Really cool, but it also creeps me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Creaturey things creep me out. I can't help it. And so they had this brittle starfish. Mm-mm, mm-mm. It's like small in the middle, like a circle, small. And then the legs that come off it are long and spindly, and they have all these little hairy things off of them. It would get up and walk around. And it's like these like no, like, I would have nightmares about it, and if I spent the night at their house thank you so much, Christy, you always say that, you're so nice to me. When I would, spend the night at their house, I would dream that it would get out of the tank and, like, walk over and, like, touch me. I cannot. I can't do it. They're ugh, so gross. I just there are the weirdest things. I mean, it's amazing. It's cool. God, you're cool. You make cool stuff, but they kind of creep me out. I'm not gonna lie. I cannot make my because I can't make it warm like by touching like this. Like I'm too cold internally, so I can't. Exactly, Haley. Exactly. There's all sorts of stuff we don't even know. I always say I like to think sometimes like when we think we discovered this you know, creature or whatever in the depths of the ocean that has been there for thousands of years. How do we know? Like, I'm like, God might just be like, today I'm going to put that in there. And then there it is. But we think it's something that's been around for forever. We don't know. I think it's kind of a cool thing, though. There are so many weird things, like weird creatures. But even just looking at any kind of animal, like when you really think about it, and people, like we're weird creatures too. Okay, like, it's pretty cool. The ocean is definitely a crazy place, and some of the stuff in like rainforests and stuff too. Whew. Hmm. I mean, it's real cool that people want to go like explore these places and check stuff out. I'll stay home. Aw, have fun at the gym, Christy. Get your workout on. Which actually, yesterday I worked out for the first time in a really long time. I am so sore, you guys. I was laughing because after I had worked out, every time I tried to like crouch down, pick something up, like I have my water bottle here. I crouched down to pick it up off the floor. My legs were like shaking like this. And so I'm like, "Ooh, tomorrow's gonna be rough." And that's a fact. It is. I'm like, you know what? I think I better wait a day in between since I'm just starting out to get myself back into it again. Cause I'm like, I've also had times where like I pushed it too hard in the beginning and like too many days right in a row, right up, starting back out. And then I'm like sore and uncomfortable and can't sleep good. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that to myself. Not after having a migraine last week because I worked out on Monday. That was the first time I'd worked out in a really long time. And I got a really bad migraine that night that lasted like 3 days. So I'm like, no, 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 I'm not doing that to myself. So I'm like, okay, I feel good today. So I'm not going to push it. I'll work out again tomorrow. Give my body like a chance to warm up into things. Cause then I get where I enjoy working out. Like I don't do like 7 days a week, but for a while there, I was doing like 6 days and I felt good. So if I feel good, great. But I'm not going to like push myself into that right away. Not smart. Let me see here. Oh, the battery on this is good. I was like, it wasn't even totally full when I started. And I thought, you know what? This is probably going to be like drain my battery because on my old laptop, it did really fast. And no, it's not at all. Yeah, warm up to it. I have to because that's the problem. Sometimes I like go like gung ho into something. Gung ho. That's so my mom. Um, but it's like too much. And then it's sort of like then I sort of fail because I push it too hard. So it's like, okay, just get into it and be good with what you're doing and like, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. We went shopping last night and grabbed a few things. So I tried to get more like keto low carb stuff because I did really well when I was doing that. And then in like November, I stopped eating like that and I gained like 10 pounds. I can see it in my face right now on camera. Like, because I usually have a more defined, whatever, like cheekbones. Yeah. So I'm like, girl, get your booty in action because, yeah, I want to be feeling good. I told my husband, I'm like, I got to have a hot girl summer. I'm just kidding. I hate that term. He laughed at me though. So it accomplished what I was hoping by saying that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. Oh, that was the one thing I wanted to ask you guys about. So I was thinking with the stuff that I got for Christmas, because I have it all in a little tote right here. So I kept it all together. Let me count how many new palettes I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 new palettes for Christmas. Plus I had one that I bought that I haven't showed you guys yet. And so here's what I'm thinking. Instead of doing 8 separate videos, Heather, that sounds like when we get our propane. Ugh, that's a bill that I don't like. That's, you know what? And Sue, here's what I do best with. If I give myself little incentives that aren't food related, then I do better with losing weight. So that's kind of my thing because I really want to get my tattoo. And I'm like, nope, you gained 10 pounds since November. Yes, I did. And I'm like, so if when I lose that 10 pounds, then I'll make my appointment to get my tattoo. So it's kind of like an incentive because then I know I will feel better and then I have that to look forward to. So like I do much better with stuff like that. Or even like, okay, there's, you know, say a pair of earrings I want or whatever, like, or a palette or whatever. Like if I do this, then I can get that. So it's good incentive for me. It's like how I do if like a package comes in the mail. I love opening packages in the mail. So much fun. But I will tell myself, okay, you can't do that until you do a load of laundry and work out or whatever. Like sometimes I'll give myself like little things so that I'm productive because by nature, I'm not a very productive person. Just so you know. Wow. Okay, so that's funny, Heather, because I keep my house pretty cold and people always complain and I'm like, okay, it's expensive to heat. Like put on some extra clothes, people. Like it's not that hard. Like, yes, my fingernail polish is gonna stay blue instead of turning the nice AC white when I'm warm. But you know what? I'll drink a cup of coffee and they'll be, it'll turn white again. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, Haley, that's hilarious that you say that because I keep being like, I really need to buy some new bras. But I'm like, but no, because yeah, like right now I'm a size up from the one that I was. And so it's like, I'm not going to buy ones that fit now. So that actually should be an incentive for me too. That'll help me. Like, you can get yourself a new bra so you don't have these ratchet looking ones. And yeah, because I definitely need to do that too. That's hilarious. I love that you said that. Oh, okay, Heather, you're amazing. You're amazing. Jenny! How you feeling, girl? How you feeling? Jenny's house got nailed with the dreaded. She thought she escaped it, but no, she didn't. That's my friend Jenny from Bible study. Well, from church. She's my friend, but I mean, I talk about being at Bible study and stuff with her. But so she hasn't been able to go to Bible study for the past 2 weeks either. Oh, but anyway, with the palettes, what I was gonna say. Instead of doing 8 separate videos, because I feel like I need to incorporate some other types of things in my channel because I feel like those videos are doing a little bit better. Um, I was thinking of doing like 2 palettes in one video. So like 2 different looks with 2 different, like 1 look, 2 palettes, but 1 look with each in the same video. That's what I'm trying to say. So what do you think about that idea? Oh, good. She's feeling good. Everybody's been doing good there too. Like, that's the good thing about, like, especially this particular variant or whatever. Everyone I know who has gotten it has been absolutely fine. Like, or like, some people were like, I didn't even know I had it, but then uh, my nose was drippy, and someone at work was like, you need to go get tested, and then they found out they had it. So, like, definitely good deal. Oh yeah, and all with a sick baby, she's cleaning the house like that. Oh my gosh, Heather. That is a disease. Like, I have a disease of putting things off and not being very productive. This is who I am. I get overwhelmed really easy. So if there's like too many things to do, I'm like, I can't do anything. Aw, thank you so much for being here, Jamie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so you think that's a good idea, Heather, to do the 2 palettes with a look with each in the same video. I just feel like then it's like kind of like more to look forward to as far as like, oh, I'm gonna see 2 different palettes and I'll look with each of them in this one video. And I'll try I those ones I won't do chatty because good heavens, I can talk a lot. Um, but oh, and Jenny, I just saw that you said I look gorgeous. Thank you. I'm sure you do too, but I can't see you, but I'm sure you do. Um, Yeah, so that's what I want to do, I think, for that. I think it would just be something like a little more information in one video as far as like how these palettes do, but then do some other things too. Yes, feed that baby, Heather. And I do know what you mean about that, though. When I do get on a roll with something, I'm like, don't stop me, don't interrupt me. Like, this is what I'm doing. And yeah, procrastinating is a curse. I agree. And unfortunately, I have raised some procrastinators as well. And it's frustrating. And I guess what's even more frustrating about it is when I'm getting irritated that they are procrastinating about things, I know full well that they have seen me do it. So I'm like, yeah, Penny, I like that idea too. A day look and an evening look. So, like, one of the palette, this is a palette I bought myself in, mm, I don't remember when it was, maybe October, but I got one of the ZC palettes because people were going crazy about them and there was a really good sale. So I got it for like half price. And I was like, yeah. And then I haven't even showed it. I haven't used it at all. So that's what I'm going to do. But then I got all my awesome new Juvia's palettes from Debbie for Christmas, all the Warrior palettes. And she also got me this Kara Beauty palette, which is really colorful like this. And then I got this LA Girl palette, which looks like these colors. I got this little house quad. And then I got my Persona Identity Palette 2 from Carla, and my Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette from Christy. And I think, yeah, that's all my palettes that I got. So I am going to be doing videos with those. And then I also bought myself this when I bought one for Rena from X's and Deals when we did our advent calendar thing. But it's this MAC Stars Align. It's called a Spellbinder shadow, but it's a really cool like little. So I'm gonna try that out. So I've got fun stuff to try out, and I've got like a bunch of new like makeup stuff that I got that was like a new concealer and new brow stuff and lip pencils and whatever different stuff that I want to try. So I have some fun things to try out that are new. But Anna, hi. Yeah, don't want to start something you know you can't finish. I know that's super frustrating to me. But the problem with that is then I tend to not start things because I'm like, but I probably don't have time to get it all done. So I'll just wait till later. And then I just keep doing that. Penny, that's funny because I didn't start making my bed every morning until a few years ago. And so many people, my mom has always been a bed maker and she always made us make our beds when we lived at home and stuff. And I feel like, okay, I've said this before. My mom was like a neurotic cleaner. She still is. And she knows it. I tell her. And she knows it anyway. But one of my aunts also is. And I feel like because of the way she was so neurotic with cleaning when I was growing up, when I moved out and got my own house, I was like, I don't have to do this. Like, nobody's telling me I have to get this done right now. So I probably took it too far to the other extreme. But I'm serious. Like, it used to drive me, and it still drives me nuts. I'm like, Mom, stop. Like, like everyone's around hanging out, and people will be like, oh, where'd my drink go? And she's like, oh, well, I was just picking, and I'm like, quit doing that. Like, you're picking up stuff that people are still drinking. Why? Like, we can pick up our own drink. You know what I mean? Like, she's just like, like from here. And my aunt did it at Christmas. One of my other aunts was trying to open a gift for me, and she kept like taking the paper and stuff as she was in. It was like in a gift bag. And my aunt's going, stop doing that. I'm gonna save that. Like I reuse this stuff. And she's like, well, and she's like, would you quit doing that? Like I'm trying to open this, you know? And she's like, well, we're trying to get ready to play cards. And my mom and her one sister are just alike with that stuff. And we were both just like, seriously? Like relax for a second. Like, ugh. So I think I have gone the opposite way because that drives me so nuts that I'm like, I am not gonna be like that. And like follow my kids around and be like, do this. Like, ugh, I can't stand it. Typos are real, y'all. My nails are too long right now, and so typos are real because of that. It's driving me crazy. I should have cut them down more last time before I painted them, but I didn't. So this time I definitely will. I know they don't look like crazy long or anything, but they're long enough, and it just bugs me. Well, Heather, that would be called smart. What you do is called smart. Oh, you're drawing something for Rena? Cool. I can't wait to see what that is. Oh my gosh, Penny, that's hilarious. That's what my husband the other day he goes, "Is this your let it snow coffee mug or whatever?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're the one who just picked it up and took it in there." And he's like, "No, I didn't." Well, then all of a sudden I go, "Oh, wait a minute. No, I did that earlier." But usually he does stuff like that and doesn't even think about it and will be like, "Why is this?" And I'm like, "You just did that." Like, he's like, "What?" It's so funny. And see, that's the thing. If I'm like on the phone or something, it's dangerous for me, which I'm not a phone talker anyway. I do not like talking on the phone. But it's like I get this weird thing like I need to be doing something else, but same thing, like I'll do stuff and don't even realize I've done it. And then I'm like, oh, like what the heck? It's like driving and being like, how did I even get here? I've been so deep in thought. I don't even remember driving. My husband did that the other day while I was in the car with him. I'm like, yeah, that's scary. Can you please stop that? Yeah, like I think it's great that people, like, keep a clean house and are organized or whatever. But when you're, like, neurotic about it to the point where you make other people feel uncomfortable because you're, like, cleaning up around them and whatever, like that, no, like, don't do that. That's crazy. That's funny, Heather. Honestly, though, I would rather it be like that where I don't have just, like, an excess of stuff. And if there is something that eventually you're like, "Oh, shoot, I actually did need that," it's probably not that expensive of an item anyway, that you could just buy a new one, but it's better than just having a ton of stuff around that you're, like, digging through all the time. Or, like, I can tell you how many things that I've bought because I thought, like, we didn't have any and, like, a spice or something, and we do. It's just so unorganized and ridiculous that I didn't see it, and so it's like, you waste more money that way and things going bad because they're stuck back in random places than if you just keep less, and if you realize, "Oh, I do need that," like, go buy a new one because most things are not gonna be that expensive to replace. Penny, that's funny. That one's not as bad, though. Like, I get that one, but, like, it's like, okay, people are over, and we're sitting around, and, like, we bring, like, this other table into my parents', like well, you guys most of you have seen the pictures on, yeah, 4 cinnamons, Jenny. At least that's something you can use in a lot of different stuff though, right? And it lasts a long time. That's okay. I got you, girl. um, but yeah, I think most of you have seen their house. It's a big log home. So like the main living area is all open, kitchen, living room, whatever. And so we bring like another table up there. And so there's people sitting all around that table and around the kitchen table and whatever. Well, everyone's got like drinks and whatever. I mean, there's a ton of people there. And it's like she will go be like, "Ugh, I hate how the kids don't finish their pop," and she'll dump it. And I'm like, "They're coming back for it." They just leave it there and come back and get like, at the end of the night is one thing when everyone's going to bed. If their stuff's still sitting, then okay, we'll go and dump it all and whatever. But, like, not actively during the day while people are still, like, drinking things and whatever, like, drives me crazy. I love her, but it drives me crazy. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I knew you meant hoarder. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can handle just sitting a little too easily. I wish I couldn't. That's why for me it is super important to get like back into exercising regularly because then it's something that I actually get where I like look forward to doing. And I know it's so good for me to be moving like that because I'm watching like different people in our family as we're getting older and their mobility and I'm like I don't want to be like that at that age. Like you need to keep yourself moving. And so yeah, definitely do not want to move like I'm 80 when I'm 60, you know? Sue, dang it. Don't you hate that? I know I always think I'm like, is our house gonna be really clean when the boys don't live here anymore? It'll be very telling if it's not, then I'll know that a lot of it's just me. No, I know it is a lot. It's all of us, to be honest. Like, I'm not great about, like right away washing something like a dish. I'm not great about it. I'm not even good about it. So yeah. Yeah, Heather, you are a rock star. There's no sitting allowed. Yeah. And the thing is too, people are just wired differently. It's like, I don't know, like, I mean, there's a difference between being lazy, which I have to be very careful because I tend to lean that way, or just being somebody who doesn't have a hard time relaxing, like still gets things taken care of, but also spends time relaxing. Like that would be the perfect balance, wouldn't it? Like, and there are people like that. I just, I need to be more productive. Yes, that is the truth, Myrna. Every time. See, Heather, that's awesome though. That's the thing. A lot of people I feel like are lazy by nature, but it's like you just have to push yourself past that. So that's what I need to do. Or like the other day, I was like, I get in like these weird spurts, and I was like, you know what? I'm going in and I'm going to start going through all my jewelry because I just have so much stuff that I don't wear. It's just hanging around literally. And I'm like, I need to just take care of that. Actually, you can see right there is my jewelry cabinet, like a mirrored thing. So I need to go through that. But I had um like necklaces hanging on like this hook thing next to it on the wall over there and stuff. So I did go through those. And then but that was as far as I got. I put them in a box. And then something happened and I had to go do and I never came back to it. And so I'm like, I actually took a little video of my dresser right here and all of the jewelry stuff that's sitting on top of it, and then the cabinet and that stuff so that you could see. So I'm going to do like a little video, but it's not going to be, I think I'm going to do like a couple little declutter things, but it's not going to be like a long where you're watching me do it all. Just kind of showing you like, this is what things were like. Now this is what I'm getting rid of, like in a box or whatever it is. And then like, now this is what the space looks like. Because when you have less stuff, things stay cleaner. And that would be fantastic. And our house gets super dusty so fast. And so it's like anything that's sitting out somewhere gets dusty. And certain things, like certain earrings or something, like my leather ones, I don't want dust settling on it. That's why I got the cabinet, so that that wouldn't happen. But there's so much stuff in there that shouldn't be because I don't even wear it that I can't fit the stuff that I do want to wear. So it's like, it's just dumb. So I need to get rid of so much stuff. Yes, I like that too. Um, There's what's her name? Fly Lady or something? No, Clean Mama, I think it is, but talks about doing, like, 1 load of laundry a day, which I can definitely do more than that if I really want to, but that's something I'm like, I've been doing that, like, get up in the morning, go throw in laundry while our espresso machine's heating up and whatever before I'm gonna even have my coffee or anything. So, like, I always get up and make my bed first. I don't even go in to go to the bathroom when I wake up until my bed's made. And so I do that, and then again going in and throwing a little laundry in. And so I at least feel like I've accomplished something. And then it usually does kind of snowball after that, which is the cool thing. Yeah, I hear that, Heather. Penny. So funny. So I have a lot of that stuff too, and I haven't even used a lot of it. That's something else I need to go through is mine's all in my basement, all my yarn and craft stuff. And I'm like, okay, I have tons of stamping stuff because for a while I was into that. I haven't not touched that in years. I have a whole tub of it. I need to just get rid of it. I can't picture that I'm ever going to sit back down and do stamping again. It's just not something I picture doing. Crocheting, I always do enjoy, obviously, 'cause that's how I got this. But and Penny, oh my goodness, because I didn't go to Bible study, I didn't go get yarn. So I've got to go do that. Um, but like stuff like that, I know I enjoy crocheting. So if I'm going to take the time to sit and do a project, that's one that I know that I enjoy. So I just want to keep the stuff that I want for that. But I also had like a lot of yarn that's kind of like things that were given to me, but they're like yarns that are weird colors or really scratchy textures that aren't, it would have to be for very specific things that I'm probably never going to use it for. So I need to just donate it and get it out of here. But yeah, there's so much stuff like that in my life that I need to do. And I keep little by little picking away at some things, but I really need to, I keep saying it, but we need to take like a weekend and devote and say we're not going anywhere. We're staying home and we're getting this basement taken care of. And it might take more than one weekend, but even if we just took a weekend and did it, then what was left we could pick away at. But I've got to get serious about that because I'm so tired of it. That is interesting, Heather. Huh. My problem is I get sidetracked from something that I'm doing, and then it's like I don't get back to the other thing. So I'm like, I have to tell myself, like, no, stop it. Finish this first, and then you can do that. Like, that's why I like that concept of having like the different boxes or bins that you're like throwing stuff in, and like you have a bin that's like um, you know, well, actually, Dawn from, The Minimalist Mom, she talks about when you're, like, organizing an area, if there's things that you know already have a home, as you pick it up, go put it there right now and then come back. Instead of being like, "Well, I'll put this back later." Like, no, do it right the second. So you might be taking trips back and forth to wherever, but you know it's put away now, instead of then having this bin of stuff that you're like, "Oh, I need to put that away." You know what I mean? After you're done with everything else. But then, of course, having your boxes for, like, donation and a garbage bag, a black garbage bag, so that what goes in it, you don't see anymore. It'll be a lot easier to not be like, "Well, maybe I do want that," you know? And, so I definitely need to just do that because, oh, my washing machine's a hamper until I run it. That's not a terrible idea, Sue. I can't because there's just way too much laundry around here, but thank you, Penny. I know, but I don't want to keep waiting on, and I wanna do it, so I'm like, "Ugh," like, I need to go get that yarn. Yeah, Heather, I am to the point where I don't even care about getting money for it, I just want it gone. Like, the peace of mind from it being gone will be worth more than money and the stress of, like, doing a sale, you know what I mean? Like you're saying, though, put stuff out and just put free on it, and, like, a lot of times in the summer around here, people drive down, like, the back roads like that and look for things like that, and stuff gets picked up very fast. So, that is not a bad idea if I can wait that long. I don't know if I want it to sit here all winter. There's a couple things I might put on, like, Facebook Marketplace or something, um, but the rest, get it out of here. Oh, no, Myrna, that is the worst. Ugh, I'm sorry. I hope it's something you can just get fixed. Do you think it's something you could try to fix? YouTube, you can figure out how to do all sorts of things, what parts to get, everything. That makes sense, Heather. I like that concept of how you do it. Oh, Penny, that is hard with cooking and stuff. It's like you need the kitchen clean before you're, doing stuff, and like in between, like, okay, but I'm gonna need to use this again, but it's dirtied with this, so I gotta wash this before I can do. Ugh. It is a good idea, Heather. Thank you. 54-inch. Okay. I think it's over 20 years old. I know. Don't you hate that? That makes you realize how fast time goes by. Because with stuff with appliances and stuff, I'll be like, no, it's not that old. It shouldn't be doing it. And then I'm like, oh shoot, yeah, it is. Like, ugh. Oh, that's cool, Sue. Okay, 54 inches. I need to write that down so I don't forget. I'll text it to myself and look at it later and go, what is that? I'm just kidding. What is my problem? That's a loaded question right there. Nobody answer. That's I was really, like, dizzy the other day, so I was telling my friend and whatever, and I said, "And don't make a comment about that either." Like, "I'm feeling really dizzy." Like, "Don't even." I hear my family talking in the kitchen, which is right outside the door here. They're probably like, "She is seriously still on there." Actually, it was funny because Riley, when I said that I was coming on here to do this, he's like, "Ugh, so I can't drum for, like, 3 hours." And I'm like, "I'm not on there that long." Well, no. It is almost 2 hours, which is this, like, the longest? Maybe I've done a 2-hour one before, which I always feel like, "Oh, I'm never gonna be on there talking that long." Like, I don't have that much to say. You guys make me wanna talk, though. Zipping my mouth. Sassy Penny. I said dizzy, not ditzy. Speaking of ditzy, I'm like, "Oh, I got a text." I looked. Yeah, it was me texting myself the 54 inches. Oh my gosh. Oh, when you tell on yourself. My gosh. Time does fly when we all get together. Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. That's perfect, Sue. Oh my gosh, we went to Sam's Club last night. I am like, I should not be allowed in that place. I shouldn't. That's why I'm always like, when my husband's like, oh, because he goes, I gotta run to the bathroom. Do you just want to look over by the clothes or something for a second until I get back? And I was like, are you really telling me to do this? Because guess who came home with clothes? Oh, I'll show you. I mean, just one thing. But I got this. It's a cardigan. So it's like a long black cardigan. It's so super soft, but it's like thin, which I like. And it was on sale for 681. Clearance for 681. That's pretty good, right? I was happy. I'm like, I go, well, I found this cardigan. He's like, of course you did. Like, you're the one who told me to come over here and look at stuff. That's your fault. But yeah, there's so many things in there that I'm like, well, the time before that, Harry Potter crochet, like, don't look around at stuff in there. They got too much good stuff. I'm not even talking about the food. Okay, so so for years, okay, I've gone to Sam's Club and they will have these like a package, like, the clear plastic clamshell type things of from the bakery. They're like little cornbread and they're like a little loaf, like a little mini loaf, okay? And there'll be several of them in a thing. They always look so good. And so I was always like, oh, I want that. Well, then for such a long time we were doing keto and stuff. And so I'm like, I can't eat those. So a couple of weeks ago we were there and I'm like, okay, I've already been eating terrible anyway. And I'm like, I'm gonna get those and make chili and have it because I've wanted those for years. And so I'm just gonna get them and have them. And I'm like, and hopefully they're not even that good. And then I'll realize I haven't been missing out all this time. They didn't have them. And I was like, seriously? So when we were in there last night, I looked again, gone. Like they just don't make them anymore. I'm like, that is so rude. Like, I finally decide, you know what? I'm gonna have me some of those cornbread mini loaves. And they stop making them. Maybe it's for the better because maybe they are phenomenal. And then I would be like, no, I want those all the time. But yeah, so I guess, I mean, it's not like it's hard to make cornbread at home. I can make good stuff, but there was just something about them that always appealed to me. And that was like one of this sounds so stupid, but one of the main things that I craved when I did keto was cornbread. I was like, I want cornbread real bad. Yeah. I'm short and her hair is long. It's so funny. Face hair is like as long as Sue's whole body. Which that is funny because it makes me think of, have you guys seen, it's a Verbo commercial and it's like a family and they stay in this house, but they go out like in the woods and stuff and um, uh, explore during the day, but they show them as like these hairy creatures, like these, I don't know. And then you see when they leave the house and shut the door through the glass, you can see them like that they're actual people. But it's like playing this fun song and just like the way, but that's what made me think of like the long hair. But for some reason, I love that commercial. Like it just makes me happy. I'm like, that's how I want to live. Like in a house like that, out away from everybody and like where you can just go outside and explore and there's no one around and it's just fabulous, which is kind of weird because I'm like, a crazy true crime person. So I'm also a spaz. And so being out in the middle of nowhere is probably not the best idea, but I can't help it. Dynamite does come in small packages and nitro. Watch out. Yes, warm cornbread with butter. Delicious. Amazing. But does anybody know about that commercial, what I'm talking about? Or do I sound like a crazy person? They're just like these hairy creatures. Yes, Myrna, the sound of water running and just, oh my goodness. Understandable, Sue. I don't watch a lot of TV either. I'm trying to think of, it must be like when my husband's got like games on or something. Spring onions. Okay, Myrna, you've seen it, so you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, "Does anybody know?" It's like I think it's such a cute commercial. Like, I love the idea of it. What's the song? It's like "Beautiful Stranger" or something, or something stranger. Not like the Madonna song. Oh gosh. It's like just a fun, like, playful kinda sound. I don't know. I'll shut up now. Oh, green onions, okay. You're just fancy, so you call them spring onions. Around here, we call them green onions. We don't do anything fancy. It does sound delicious, though. I'm actually starving now that you're talking about that. Ugh. Okay, something I love is beets. Not pickled beets, though. They're okay, but I want just regular old beets, like, out of a can, sliced, girl. And I'll tell you what, the other day, my spinach, because I usually put them with, like, spinach leaves, and, I had some cucumber cut up in there, some blue cheese dressing. Well, I was, like, running out of the, spinach, so it was just a tiny bit in the bowl, so it was kinda like it was a garnish. I put a whole dang can of beets and some slices of cucumber. I put some feta cheese in there and some blue cheese dressing. This girl was in heaven. And so I told my husband, I'm like, I think I'm gonna buy like a case of beets next time I go to the store. I love them. Like, I love them. Yeah, I'm the only one in my house that likes them. Everyone else thinks they're disgusting. They can't even stand the smell of them. I'm like, oh, Jenny, I don't even remember what brand they were. I didn't even care. Because if you put feta cheese and blue cheese dressing on them, you don't really notice. But they're so dang good. See, and mine were, super cheap. Actually, they might have been Meijer, because they were like 50 cents a can, and I was like, "Okay, I can do that." But I'm like, I could just eat those things all the time, and I like making smoothies. I have this beet powder that I put in smoothies. Like, I love that. It's like almost like my body, like, I must crave whatever vitamins or whatever is in them because, oh, like the borscht. I've never had that. Cheese does make life good. All those years I didn't do dairy, my skin has been pretty good. However, I will be talking to you guys about something I've been doing lately that I think is helping my skin. So, not my skin wasn't terrible anyway, but just some things I'm noticing, and I think I might know what it is, but that's to come. You'll have to wait for that one. Hi, Carla. How are you doing? Good to see you. Oh, my husband is making fun of me. I can hear him out there. I think he just said, "Hey, girl, hey," or something. He's making fun of me out there. Yeah, I can hear you. That's the problem when you've got a tiny little house. Everybody can hear everybody. Oh, okay, Penny. I've heard of it before, but I didn't know what was in it. Yes, Myrna, that seems to be the consensus of everybody who doesn't like beets. They all say they taste like dirt. My husband's like, they even smell like dirt. I'm like, they do not. Like, then I guess I like dirt. Thank you so much. I said, what you can't see is where this is, positioned is like my husband's clothes in a pile on the floor right over here and stuff. I bet that would be good, Penny. I think I would like that. But yeah, I love like beet salad and stuff. So dang good. I'm an earthy girl. You know what? I kind of am too. Like, I love patchouli, like, just those kind of like earthy. I wish I could stand to do. I love the smell of um what am I trying to say right now? Incense. I'm like, it's not potpourri, incense, but it gives me such a bad headache. Oh, it's so bad. I love it so much, but it makes me sick. Um, oh, Penny, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. I would love that. And the best part is, I know I'd get all of it. Maybe so, Sue, but I mean, there's 5 of us in here, so if we didn't have the basement, it would be real tight because my 2 youngest sons go in the basement all the time. Like, Riley's got his own room down there. We built, like, some rooms down there, and so he's got, where all his drums and his PC, computer stuff all is and whatever. So he's got, like, that room, and Asher uses, like, the main area of the basement a lot, so because otherwise, the 2 of them share a room up here. So it's a small house. I mean, it works out fine, but love grows best in little houses, don't you know? Or everybody wants to choke each other out, whatever. It is funny though that we can hear each other so close. That's the thing. I'm like, I don't care so much if they can hear me sometimes, but I don't want to be sitting where they can see me while I'm talking to. Like, I don't know, it just makes me feel weird. What are you making me for dinner? Oh, you're not going to answer? So what are you making me for dinner? Oh, yes. Fine. Oh, okay. So, well, it's funny because I said something about with wanting to move in a few years or something. And somebody was like, "But your house is so cozy and whatever." I'm like, "It is." And it's funny because it's not necessarily like I want to, I mean, I do want a bigger house, but not because like I want a bigger house, but because I want the space, like a big living area for my kids to be able to come with their kids and their families and stuff. So like as far as like moving to a bigger house, it's not because I want a bigger house. Like this house isn't good enough, but it is not conducive to like having a large group of people in it. Um, so that's really the reason that I want to move. Oh, no problem, Penny. That is the truth, Sue. Yes, less room to clutter up. That's the thing too. Like I want to be able to have like a guest room that grandkids can come and spend the night and stuff like that. And so that kind of stuff is important to me to be able to have space like that. Um and of course, I mean, I really would love to have like a dedicated beauty room. I really would. That's like kind of a little dream of mine. And not that I couldn't have that here once 2 kids move out, but again, it doesn't change the issue of having like a big enough living area. So eventually, except for right now, I always like look on like realtor.com and stuff just for the fun of it. I've always been like that. And so every like couple months I'll just look and see what's out there. Mm-mm, no. I'm like for the amount of money that we could get pretty good money for our house, but then what I could buy with it is not going to be better than what our house is. And so it doesn't make sense. So I'm like, yeah, no, not gonna work out. Felt like there was something else I was gonna show you guys. Although I do see something that makes me realize I need to have my son, we gotta record something for a product that I was reviewing. And that's what I'm talking about. Like I kind of feel like, hey Heather, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. Um, like talking about like taking on different reviews, but then feeling kind of overwhelmed by it. And like it's just not, I think too it's different if it's a product that like I've had a couple opportunities to work with some companies that I did get paid to do the review too, which I'm always gonna be, you guys know anyway. I'm not gonna like act like something's good if it's not. But those make more sense to give my time to because that is um giving me compensation in a way that is valuable for my time. And where like other stuff it's like there's things that like if it was a product that I really really want and I'm just going to get the product for free, okay. But if it's something that's like, oh, that's kind of cool, sometimes it's just not worth it to then have to have the commitment of doing a review on it. So yeah, I think I'm going to kind of shy away from that stuff a little more. Like I said, I've got a video that's going to be coming out for something that I was very excited about, and it was something that I told them like I don't personally need it, but I think my son would like it, and so if you don't mind us having him use it, and whatever, then and they were fine with that. So I'm excited to hear exactly his thoughts on it. Now he's been using it for over a week, but otherwise, I feel like I'm just kind of like, don't really want. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that it's good now, Heather. It's no fun. I hate that. I was saying to my friend Jenny, I said, it's so hard. There's so many people going through so many terrible things, like people that I know personally. And I said, it's like, it makes me think two different things. One, how thankful I am that I'm not in a season like that right now. But two, the reality that everybody goes through those, like, and so it's like, like right now things are really good, but in the future there's going to be things that aren't. And it's like, you can get yourself kind of freaked out about it if you think about it too much, like, and then that's not how we were meant to live. So don't do that. But, sometimes I have to like stop myself and go, okay, stop it. Just be thankful. And yes, those times will come, but you will get through them because everyone does. You have to, that's just the nature of life. But it's like, like sometimes I can kind of psych myself out because I do that sometimes. I have had this water bottle. This is so dumb too, because it could take 2 seconds. Lemon essential oil would like take a sticker off something like that. But for some reason, I've had this bottle for like 2 or 3 years, and I never bother to get that. It goes through the dishwasher all the time, and it's still on there. So you get to see that when I take a drink. I can't believe there's still 12 of you. You guys are awesome. I feel like I'm running out of stuff to talk to you about, though. I'm like, let me look around. What do I have that I can talk to you guys about? I don't know. One thing I will keep doing, as long as they want to keep working with me, is Dossier, because I absolutely love like their perfumes and candles and stuff like that. I totally love that company. I love what they stand for, the things they do. So that's one that if they want to work with me, I will totally continue to do that. And they are really awesome about like, you just incorporate it in a video you're already doing. Like it doesn't have to be a dedicated video. So I love that. Excuse me. I'm making weird noises in my throat from drinking water. Oh, Heather, can you come to my house and clean it? It's not too bad, but it could use some work. Aw, Myrna, you're so sweet. I miss you too. Ooh, a pool and a pergola on 1 acre. That is super nice. Oh yeah. Actually, that our house that we have now was a foreclosure, so we got an amazing deal on it. We paid $53,000 for our house, and it was only, was it 4? It was either 4 or 6 years old. Like it's a modular. So not a mobile home, not a manufactured modular. And it's got like, they put pillow windows in it, and no one had come, like the inspector could not believe, because being out in the country, we're on 2 acres. Um there the air conditioner was here, all the piping was in the furnace, everything, because a lot of these people come and they gut everything, like they take everything out. It was all still in here, and so it was like amazing. Get the boys to do it. That's funny, Sue. Okay, so Myrna, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, it's not big. It's it's around 1,500 square feet. 3-bedroom ranch, the basement, laundry room, you know, master bath, and stuff. So it's not a tiny house, but it's not a big house either. But I mean, it's been fine for us. Like it's worked great. So I have no complaints about it that way. And definitely no complaints about the price we paid for it because it was basically a new house. The only thing about it was the people who decorated it had the worst taste in the world. I'm not even kidding. If you maybe someday I'll do a video because I've got all the pictures and show you like what the rooms look like compared to what they looked like when we bought it. Because whoa. Like I'm talking the kitchen and all down the hallway was Pepto Bismol pink. I'm not kidding. With an apple border. It was hideous. The living room was this really weird yellow, like a light yellow, but not super light. Kind of like a little bit like a muted sunshiny yellow with brown sponge painting. Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea what they were doing, but it was hideous. And we changed all the flooring and stuff because they had started to do like hardwood in the living room, but ran out of it because it was like they must have got it from like a liquidation place and couldn't get other of it because we even tried to and you couldn't. Um, so we had to pull that all out and we put carpet because I prefer carpet in the living room and carpet in bedrooms. So we put carpet. Well, we had to tear out the carpet that was in all of them because they had had cats that had gone to the bathroom all over the carpet. So we had to tear out all the flooring everywhere and stuff. We did all like kills, we cleaned everything top to bottom, like bleached down the floors, walls, everything, put kills on everything, and then redid, repainted everything, put new flooring in. My dad did tile all through our kitchen, down the hallway, the bathroom, the laundry room, all that kind of stuff. So it was a lot of work, but worth it because the price was so good. So we could do that. And it was out in the country. We lived on a small corner lot in the city before that, and we hated it because we both grew up out here. We grew up, being on a couple of acres. And so we were so happy. So well, and part of the problem was too, I think they'd gotten where they couldn't afford to heat well, so they were doing it in weird ways and with, like, kerosene heaters and stuff, which, caused problems because it popped seals on the windows and stuff, so it kind of ruined some stuff. Brr, I bet, Penny. I'm cold sitting here on the floor in my bedroom, so need to stop touching my face because I'm making it all red. But yeah, so we did put a lot of work into it. It's funny because I'm looking at my master bathroom right now. And that is the only floor that we did not redo because we planned to tile it, but we were trying to decide what kind of tile we wanted, and then we just never did. So it's still got the same linoleum on the floor, which hilariously is the exact same linoleum that is on the floor in our kitchen and bathroom area of our trailer. It was so funny when we got that our camper. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the same like linoleum that's in our bathroom at home. Pretty funny. But yeah. And it's funny because sometimes in the summer when we're in our trailer, I'm like, I think I could live like this. Like in just a small space and not have, whatever. But and that's the thing. I know my husband and I could totally do that if it was just us and we could live in a very small space. Um, but because I want to have a place where my kids and grandkids and everybody can come and be at, that obviously is not going to work because that's something I love so much about my mom and dad's house. Like that we can all, my sisters and our families can all be there for days, because we do that for Christmas and we do family sleepovers throughout the year and stuff. And just, um, I love that so much. Like, so that is something I want to be able to have. I mean, hopefully my kids will want to do that kind of stuff, but just even for grandkids to be able to come and spend the night and stuff like that. That's important to me. So that's what I want to do. But I feel like I'm running out of things to talk about and I don't want to bore the heck out of you guys because I appreciate you so much. I want you to come back on my next live. So, yeah, so let me know like what you guys are thinking as far as like, if there's certain content you would like to see, like if you I feel like I'm stagnant. So you guys let me know what you think about that and like things that maybe I've done lately that you enjoy more, that you would like to see more of that type of a thing. Or like I said, I do have an idea for a bit of a series that I think it'll be an ongoing series, like just something I won't do it like every week necessarily or something, but that I think is going to be unique and I'm excited about it. And so there's that. But because I was even thinking about maybe even going down to 2 videos a week, like doing my live on Tuesdays and then having 2 videos because I feel like then I can put maybe more effort into like my editing. Or maybe you don't care about that. This is the thing. I want to know what you guys think. I mean, I don't want to have like overly edited videos either because sometimes like that kind of takes away from just the actual stuff. And that's just not really me anyway. Um, but I want to do like some, like fun things and learn how to do some different stuff and just, I don't know. Oh, that's so cool, Penny. I bet that's awesome. Oh, that would be cool, Myrna. Yes, that would be perfect. Aw, I love your face. Thank you, Heather. I hope River feels better. I tell you to give her a hug for me, but she said she doesn't want to cuddle, so don't bother that girl. Oh, hi, Anne. I was actually just getting ready to head off of here, but I was just kind of asking about like oh, thank you so much, Myrna. I'm overjoyed to see you. You guys, thank you so much for wanting to hang out with me like this. I love it. Um, just talking about maybe some different changes I want to make to the channel, like as far as I don't know, maybe going down to 2 videos a week because kind of doing like 3 videos and the live is a lot. I don't want to give you guys too much that like so many of you are so like loyal to making sure you watch all my videos and comment on everything and I love that, but I don't want to overwhelm you either. Like I don't want you to feel like, oh gosh, she's got another video. Oh my gosh, I'm so behind on her videos. Like, you know what I mean? Like I want it to be like fun and like, ooh, good, another video is coming out. Not like, oh gosh, there's another video. You know what I mean? Oh yes, I bet that is so cool, Penny. I want pictures. Send me pictures. Oh, yeah, Heather. Definitely. Just baby her and you relax for a little bit. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I totally want to see pictures, Penny. That sounds amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna try to um, do some things where I incorporate some other people into my videos and stuff, and just do some stuff like that. I didn't know. I was thinking about like I've kind of toyed with the idea of like membership, which then if I did that, then I definitely would just go to 2 videos a week because maybe I would do like a members live or just a members only video type thing or something once a week. Um, and do like special like giveaway kind of things and stuff like that. So I'm not sure about that. Like if that would be something anyone would be interested in with membership stuff. Like I don't know, like, because I want to be able to make like special kind of things if people are interested in something like that. But ah, I'm so glad that Myrna can get back to Anne's channel too. Okay, and I do every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Well, I say every Tuesday. It was every Tuesday until the last several weeks. But yeah, Tuesday at 2 o'clock Eastern time. Aw, thank you, Sue. I'm so glad that I was able to do that. Love you. Take care of yourself. My my why can't I think of what I'm trying to say? Miniature giant. That's what I was trying. I'm like, why can't I think about it? My miniature giant friend. No problem at all. Thank you so much, Penny, for keeping things in check. These crazy people who come on here. All right. Well, I love you guys. And thank you so much for being here again. And yeah, if you think of anything, like if you're like, ooh, this would be a fun idea for a video, or I'd love to see this, or blah, 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 like send me a message or whatever, or leave it in the comment. I don't care. But I want to do things that you guys enjoy. Like, otherwise, what's the point? I might as well just be talking to myself. And I do that enough. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much.